Welcome to Harness Up with Haste Draft Horses and Mules, where we talk all things related to these magnificent animals. From their history and uses to training and care, we cover it all. Join us as we chat with experts and enthusiasts in the field, share stories and tips, and explore the world of draft horses and mules. Whether you're a seasoned owner or just curious about these gentle giants, this podcast is for you. So harness up and join Haste Draft Horses and Mules for some lively discussions about these God-given creatures.
Good morning, folks. Stephen Haste here with Harness Up Podcast with Haste Draft Horses and Mules. Boy, we're getting a lot of podcasts here recently. Had a lot of people show up, and I got a lot of opportunities, so we're going to do some podcasts. And here today, I'm real excited about this one, guys. We got some folks here I sold a team to here this week, and they run a business up in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, a horse tour business. And we're going to dig in with these folks, see how this business got started, and just kind of learn a little bit about the carriage business in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. So who do we have with us? I want to talk to all y'all. We're going to tell everybody who each one of y'all are. We actually got 3 people, so bear with us, guys. We're going to have to pass the mic. So,
hey, good morning, everybody. My name's Doug Stevens. I own Horse Tours of Gettysburg. I'm here with my son Spencer and our Executive Director of Horseback Riding, Jamie.
Well, that's a big title.
You know what? He just made that up.
That's a good title.
Hi, I'm Spencer. I'm the manager of the Victorian Carriage Company, which is also under Horse Tours of Gettysburg.
And I'm Jamie. Apparently, I'm the executive director of horseback riding, and I just got a promotion, so that's great.
Now let's dig a little deeper. You are...
Yeah, I'm Doug's son.
You're Doug's son.
His youngest son.
And Jamie is your...
My girlfriend, soon-to-be wife, hopefully.
No proposal.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
No proposals on the podcast.
Let the podcast know that there's not a ring on the finger
Not
yet.
It's the plan, to be clear. The plan.
Tell the story how y'all met. You told me that story, and it's a cool story.
This is my favorite one to tell, so I'll take the mic for that. So I had just saw a sponsored Facebook ad for their company because they hire seasonal employees for every season, of course. And so it was 3 hours away from where I was currently living. And I said, I want to get back into horses. I don't know how to drive a carriage. It'd be a new skill to learn. I'm just going to shoot my shot and apply. So I did, and I drove 3 hours down to interview. And I parked the car, and I got out, and Spencer was walking up the hill. And Spencer's 6'11", so I get out of my car, and I look up and up and up and up. And I said, "Oh, you're just a tiny little thing, aren't you?" And he hit me with this big old smile. And that was it. We were pretty much inseparable from that day on. We do co-drivers for each carriage shift. So you'll have a lead driver. And then especially when someone like me who had no experience comes on, you're there to take the lines if something happens or to jump down and help a guest or head the horses or anything like that. So there's always 2 drivers there for safety. So every shift, if I could switch my shifts around to be Spencer's co-driver, I was doing it. Man, anything to just get some alone time with him. And that's how it was. We just became really good friends, and,
Now you're a great driver.
Yeah, now I'm a better driver than him, is what he meant to say. Yeah. Yep, now he's the co-driver, and I'm the lead driver.
Spencer, you're 6'11".
Yes.
In Casey County here, there's nobody 6'11". When you got out that day, I don't think Henry ever saw anybody as tall as you in person.
I thought he looked scared of me. I didn't know for sure. I was trying to be friendly.
He come here to me, and he said, "That's the tallest man I ever seen." I said, "He's tall." But, it put a perspective to me. I watch basketball all the time,
yeah.
NBA basketball. And I'm like, 6'11". You hear that all the time. You'd be short compared to some of those guys.
Yeah, those guys are like 7'4", some of them.
And Henry's little kids, they come in, they ask me, they said, "He is tall." I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
So how long have you been driving horses, Spencer?
Since I was 8 years old. 8 years old is when when I was 8, the whole family decided to learn how to drive carriages because of Dad and everything. The horseback company started first, where we started taking people around tours of the battlefield and stuff like that. And then Dad got hurt on his last deployment overseas and stuff. but he still wanted to be interacting with the horses and all that type of stuff, because horses are very therapeutic. But he wasn't able to ride at the time. Now he is, thankfully. But so he's like, okay, let's all go learn how to drive a carriage. So we went down and started learning, and I really took to it when I was 8, because I, being 6'11", quickly outgrew horses that I could ride, but I could sit on a carriage with any horses, so, and that just became kind of my passion, and driving horses was really fun, and I learned how to drive a horse before a car, and, I mean, I know you know that, but up in Pennsylvania, that isn't a thing anymore besides the Amish community. It's not, and now I'm able to teach that to 30 new employees every year. It's kind of really cool that it's not a dying school anymore,
Let's take a moment to thank Dad here for his service. We love our veterans here. Thank you for your service. We appreciate you.
Quite welcome. Thank you.
What was you in? Tell the folks what branch. And...
I started out in the Army, and then I went into the Air Force. I was a combat medic in the Army and became a helicopter medic, and then went to fixed wing. I ended up doing 6 deployments between Afghanistan and Iraq and halfway around the world everywhere else. So we were busy.
You're a second veteran in a row. Our last guy from Long Island, New York was a veteran.
Oh, cool.
So,
that's really interesting. Yep.
So have you been around horses your whole life?
Nope. Nope. My daughter was about 14 years old, and she got interested in horses. So we said, we only got a couple years before she gets her license. Well, if we want her to stick around, we better get a horse.
So you started this business in what year?
Officially, our first customers were 2010.
So you've been going 15 years strong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then did you start, Spencer, right in with him in 2010 helping, or?
Yeah.
Yes.
Was the horseback. That was the horseback side. I was obviously a lot younger then, but it was only the 5 of us family, because I got mom, obviously, and a brother and sister as well. And we're the only employees then. And at the time, we lived about an hour and a half from Gettysburg. So every morning, we woke up really early, like 4 in the morning, get all the horses ready, load on the trailer, drive an hour and a half to Gettysburg for like a 9 a.m. ride, and then sit there for 3 rides, which are 2 hours each, and we do an hour break in between. And then we come all the way home, get food on the road, get home at like midnight, go to bed, wake up the next morning for 4 a.m. and do it again. So after a few years of that, Dad and Mom got kind of tired of driving all the time. So they found a place up there, and we started living up in Gettysburg, which made everything a lot easier. Not that it isn't hard still, but it's a lot easier than driving an hour and a half both ways.
I love the history at Gettysburg. I love it's got to be a cool place. I've never been. I do have a cousin, Mitchell. Shout out to my cousin Mitchell. First cousin moved to Gettysburg a few years ago, and I do need to go see him. He's been wanting me to, so I'm going to come see you all someday.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to. I mean, you got to come in and check on the team you just sold us to make sure.
Well, we want to do a YouTube video together. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to come up there and check on you. It'd be cool.
It'd be awesome. Yeah,
I think the folks would like it.
Gettysburg, Dad always says Gettysburg is a small town with a global reputation. I did right. Hey. But it's a small town. It's very pretty, very quaint and everything. But Gettysburg gets about 3 to 3.5 million visitors every year. So it gets busy, and it gets busy quick. And come fall time, after like holiday season starts, it gets back to its small town roots real quick as well. But
well, I've learned a lot about this kind of talking to you guys the past couple of days. Not only do you do carriage rides at Gettysburg, you do historic tours.
Yeah, we have a licensed battlefield guide on every one of our tours. It's a 2-hour carriage tour through the battlefield.
So folks that come to you, if you're coming to Gettysburg, check out this place, Horse Tours of Gettysburg. Tell them kind of what all goes on. You got the carriages, you got the horseback rides. Mm-hmm. If they don't want to do that, I heard they can just come take a car tour too. Yeah,
we do car tours as well, and we also do walking tours of the town as well. It kind of, any way you can think to go around the battlefield, you can do it, and try to be as inclusive as we can, because you got a lot of people that like horses but are scared to ride, and that's where the carriages come into play. And you got some people that just don't like horses in general, which, I don't know why, but if people don't, you got a car tour, or you got the walking tour and stuff that goes through the town, and Gettysburg's kind of divided between the town and the battlefield. The battlefield it's just open land and stuff like that, and very, open, and monuments and everything is very beautiful, but people kind of forget that the battle happened straight through the town as well. Yeah, like the Union Army retreated straight through the town, and you got gun marks and cannon holes and stuff throughout the whole town itself, which is pretty neat. And it was the bloodiest battle in history, wasn't it? No. It's the bloodiest battle in North America. Yeah. It's the bloodiest battle of the Civil War. And even
Single day was Antietam.
yeah, single day was Antietam, but even let alone I think July 2nd was the third bloodiest day. Yeah, but each
54,000 casualties.
yeah throughout the 3 days, it was It's kind of weird. We say this all the time. It was a very destructive and deadly battle, and horrible place during the time. But now you go out there because it's protected and it's beautiful. It's great that this place is protected, but now you go out there, it's kind of hard to imagine this big battle, this big war happening there, because it's just butterflies, wildflowers, deer, and it's very peaceful. Yeah. Now
We was in here while y'all was out driving. Me and your dad was, and I was just looking at pictures of Gettysburg. It's gorgeous. The sunsets over that battlefield. I was showing him. He said, "Oh yeah, that's it. That's how it looks." So,
And the sun rises, yeah, next level.
how many? Let's talk about horses. How many teams are y'all running right now? Like, how many teams do you have at the carriage barn?
Well, with the new team, we have 9 now.
9 teams.
Yeah, we have 9 teams. We're not so much on the breed. I mean, not that I am definitely partial to gray Percherons, but we have gray Percherons, black Percherons. We've had Belgians, spotted drafts, Clydesdales, stuff like that. We're very much about the temperament because, like I've told Stephen, we deal a lot with traffic, with rangers, lights on, double-decker buses, RVs. We're going past cars all the time, but cannons, yeah. They do living history that they shoot cannons on the battlefield all the time to make people see or have people see what cannon was like. The horses learn how to deal with cannons as well and gunshots and stuff.
When they do a reenactment, are you running tours?
Yes, but they don't do reenactments on the battlefield. They do the living history where they shoot 1 or 2 cannons at a time, but full on like fighting where they're shooting at each other, that isn't allowed to happen on the battlefield. So that's about 3 miles away.
Really? Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Because it's supposed to.
Okay.
They believe that there's thousands of bodies. They believe there's thousands of bodies still on the battlefield unmarked, and so anywhere you walk could possibly actually be an unmarked grave, just where because they buried them where they fell for the most part. I mean, they made maps, but not all the maps were actually accurate, and they did try to recover them. Like years after the battle, they recovered a lot of Confederates and took them down to Richmond to the the Hollywood Cemetery. There's a big segment of folks that were killed in Gettysburg down there. But even I think it was 1996, it was one of the most recent bodies they were able to find. Someone was walking along and saw a bone sticking out of the side of the hill by the railroad cut, and they determined it was a Confederate soldier. And a few years ago, there was a Boy Scout walking along the trail that actually we used on the horseback, and he found a bullet laying there. So it's very close to the surface still. Even a lot of the trees, they're what we call witness trees. They were here at the time of the battle. If a branch gets broken because of a storm and the Park Service comes to cut them up, quite often their chainsaws will hit bullets that are stuck in it from 153 years ago or whatever it was.
62.
Yeah, 162 years ago.
And what they said there was like 17 million bullets that were fired.
Yeah, enough to fill a triaxle dump truck.
It's really amazing, and if you sit and think about it. So you're like living history every day.
Yeah.
We are very privileged to be the present day caretakers of the park and of the history and able to share it to people all around the world. And with us on the horseback or carriage, we go at the speed of history. We go at the time that they developed the park. The wayside markers along the road are actually angled to be viewed from a carriage, not from a car. That's the time.
Like 1880s.
Yeah.
It has to mean something to you, though, being a military veteran and owning this business in Gettysburg.
Yes. Gettysburg has a huge veteran community, and the people that come we call them our guests or our customer. They're very big on prior service. Quite often, I mean, everybody comes there because it's very interesting to see as a veteran a battlefield that at one time was hell on earth, literally, for people and their suffering, but because of the struggles, it united a country and united a people from both the North and the South, and to this day you can go there and see the calm and the peace that has happened because of that struggle and because of the people's sacrifices.
The military still uses it for training.
Quite often, Carlisle Barracks is where they teach people to get ready to become generals, and they come down quite often. That's not too far away. And we have West Point comes down all the time. They do battlefield tours, and we do staff rides also on the horseback, where the group of the staff officers of a command will come out and we talk about the battle and strategic uniqueness about the battle, about command, and making your enemy react to you. All this kind of strategy. In fact, it was originally developed with 5 towers that you could climb up and be able to see the battlefield from a distance. Now we only have 2.5, but it's been used for over 100 years as a learning tool.
My cousin that moved there to Gettysburg, his son, which is my second cousin, he's a military nut, like historian. He's a genius. I'll go ahead and say it, he is. Anyway, he's a genius. And he loved reenactments. And he got into it up there at Gettysburg, doing like reenactments. And he also come down here to Mill Springs. There's Mill Springs battlefield just like 20 miles from here.
We're familiar with Perryville.
Yeah, I know Perryville was a big battle.
Well, the Battle of Mill Springs is just 20 miles behind that window from you.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's a Zollicoffer. General Zollicoffer you have to let's check it out. But yeah, you got the Battle of Perryville. Y'all stayed in Perryville while you was here.
Yeah, we got a family in Perryville.
A lot of history. It's crazy, really. So let's get back on horses. We could talk about this historic stuff a lot. I enjoy it. But you got 9 teams. How many carriage? Do you run more than one carriage at once, or what's your daily routine with rides? I guess I'm saying.
So it depends on the day, but weekdays we have 2 carriages going out right now. We're hoping to get up to 4 carriages at a time. We just need more horses again, hence why we're here buying from Haste. But we have 2 carriages that go out for 2 tours, 2 hours each a day. So we have 4 carriage rides going out, and it's 10 people per each ride. So we take 40 people all day. Come Saturday and Sundays, though, we have 3 carriages going out, 2 rides each. So we have 6 rides going out, 2 hours each, so we can have 60 people out a day. So
I'm trying to picture this in my mind. I've not been there yet, but I'm going. Do you have a barn close to the battlefield where you do tours, or how does this work? Or do you haul in steel, or what?
So yeah, we have a property right outside the national park limits. It's actually still battlefield because the national park doesn't own the whole battlefield, or was. So there was the farm that we actually rent and operate out of was part of the South Cavalry battlefield. So it's kind of neat that where all the horses stay now, there's an actual cavalry fight there now. Wow. Yeah, and on one of the ridges right above the property, there's actually still cannons. The park owns a little slither of land with cannons that overlook the horses. So it's like we're keeping the horses in check, But
Threaten them with cannon fire.
yeah, but our guests show up to our property down there on Emmitsbrook Road. That's where the carriages leave from. And they park there. We hop on the carriage. We have a barn. We take the carriages straight out of them, hook the horses up.
Well, you harness and hitch. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's fair, too. We get the horses from our property, our home field/farm, north of town. We get them dressed and harnessed and put them in a trailer, take them down to the barn down there. Because the property that we leave out of is where our trail horses stay, because it has a nice corral and stuff, so we catch the trail horses there. And then we trailer the trail horses out to the battlefield as well. But
Wow. So how close is your house to the barn?
about 10 minutes, 15
So
minutes.
you drive up to the barn every day.
Yeah. It's, the one is on the south side of the town, the one's on the north side of town, so you just got to cross town, but not too bad.
I got to get up there and see all this now. Y'all are making me interested in checking this
Some
out.
of our horses actually spend the whole summer on the battlefield itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, talking about the battlefield before, the park rents a lot of properties out for horses, pastures, or farming, and talking about how close the battlefield is to everyone. The park has strict rules about how they can farm the fields. Like, they can't go down deep and till it up because there's still active artillery shells and stuff out there, so they have to be very careful when they farm.
Let's talk about the horseback riding now with Miss Jamie.
Well, good thing I'm the executive director of that.
That's right, you are. Let's talk about your trail ride. How many
Sure.
riding horses are y'all using right now on the string or whatever you want to call it?
We have about 31, so we can rotate. We take 19 out for a full day. And then within that 19, we rotate so everyone can get a day off. Most of them only work about 2 days a week.
So how long do you have different lengths of rides, or how does that work?
It's the same as the carriage where we do 3. Well, they're all 2-hour rides. We do 3 of them out at horseback. Yeah, so we start our day a little earlier than carriages. It's much harder work, if you're asking me. We report at that barn where we rent, the one that Spencer was just talking to. We keep all of our trail horses there. So the crew shows up in the morning. We dump grain in the corral. We bring all 31 horses in. We have a list of the 19 that are going out that morning. So they all wear biothane halters with a tag on them with their name. So you grab the 19 halters of the horses that are going out that day. When they're in there eating their grain, you halter them all up. We load up 2 different trailers. We have a trailer that hauls 11 and one that hauls 8. So that's our 19. We load them up and we go out to a campground on the battlefield, which is kind of our base of operation for the day. We unload there, groom, tack, and then that's where our guests would come and meet us. We do the 3 tours, untack, load up, go home. It's a lot. It's a long day, a lot of work. You get really buff and really tan by the end of the summer.
I would say so. So you've been doing it with them how long now? 2 years?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Wow. How many employees do you have under you?
Oh, I would say maybe. Yeah, we try to cross train. Because a lot of our applicants come for horseback because everyone loves to ride a horse.
Okay, yeah.
And no one really has driving experience. So we do kind of like to get our hooks into them and teach them how to drive so everyone can do everything if, a shift needs filled or something like that. You have a couple that, oh, no, I just like to stay on horseback, or no, I can only do carriage. But pretty much all 30 employees are pretty interchangeable.
What type horses are you using for these horseback rides?
It's a mix. Lots of just randoms. A lot of quarter horses, some of the retired carriage horses. We take kind of a mix of lights all the way to heavies. Yeah, we got just little crosses, light riding horses. We have one that's like a weird standard bred cross thing. We got some paints. We got quarters. We'll go all the way to Belgians and
It's not
some,
gated.
yeah, we can't do gated, no thoroughbreds because they're too fast for our pace. Yeah, Percheron crosses, just kind of whatever. If it's a good size and a good mind, we can find a spot for it for sure.
Very much temperament for everything.
Yeah, it's all temperament. So if they have the right temperament to go out there, then we don't really care much about breed.
When me and Henry first started together, actually doing this, was in 2022. He came on board with me full time, and then in 2023, we sold some teams, and I went out to Meadview Lake, Arizona, to the Grand Canyon West Ranch, and I sold them a team of Belgians to do their thing with. They do a sunset tour. You go on top in the desert on top of a big mountain and watch the sunset. And this guy named Cowboy Dave plays guitar and sings up there.
Oh, that's cool.
It's pretty awesome. But they had a trail riding business there. And I stayed there for 3 days in a little cabin right behind where they did the trail rides. And it blew my mind. They got a step that puts everybody on. They get on, and they tie the reins in like a knot. Like a stick. And you hold on to this little stick, and they tell you either go this way, or this way, or this way to stop. And that's how everybody rides. One hand, like this.
Sounds interesting.
How do you go about that? I mean, I know you got a lot of new riders all the time. I mean, do you give them directions?
Yeah, and they don't listen, but we try. We try to set them up to be safe out there. Yeah, that is the most challenging part, and the main function of our job as outriders or wranglers or whatever you want to call them is to keep an eye on the guests and be safety conscious, because more often than not, each ride you're dealing with 15 people who have never been on a horse before. So before we give them their horse assignments, we jump on a horse and we do what we call a safety briefing or a demo. We grab a horse, we mount up, we say, hey, this is your reins, this is how you steer, stop, keep your heels down, kind of try to go over the basics. A lot of the times what we've been having recently is people are not used to being in the saddle for 2 hours, and they're definitely dehydrated, so we'd really try to drive home the point, like, hey, sit upright in your saddle, because you get the kind of sack of taters off to one side, and then people just ride 2 hours crooked and don't know any better, I guess.
The John Wayne Wall.
Yeah, but yeah, we get them on with the mounting block, we get them off with the mounting block, we try to hold their hand through the whole process, but I mean, horses are live animals with minds of their own, so all we can do is try to give them the tools and the skills to have a good, fun, safe ride out there. But there is a portion where, okay, here you go, you got to kind of trust them to listen to you and follow your direction.
Just the other day, you had a kid that just was, I don't want to control the horse.
Yeah. He threw his reins over his horn and said, I don't want to control her. And so she was in the grass every 4 seconds, So I clipped the lead rope to her and ponied her off my horse. But people people do try, and every now and then you get rides where people are, oh yeah, I've ridden, yep, I have horse experience, and those rides are great because it's like, oh great, I don't need to babysit anyone. Everyone knows what they're doing. So
I could see from what you do though, you learn every day.
oh, absolutely.
You learn something, and it's always something new.
Yeah,
I like that.
Definitely not
Yeah.
something not to do. That's
We're
true.
trying to mix the history into the tour that they're having fun. They're learning and don't even realize it. They're out there on the actual trails that are documented through photographic evidence that these were where General Lee was or where General Longstreet was, and the guide who does this study and the testing. Apparently, it's harder than the bar test to become a lawyer, is what we've been told many times. But they get there and they portray the story in such a way that people will turn around to look behind them to see if General Pickett's riding up, galloping up to talk to General Longstreet, because they are so passionate about how they speak and how they can draw you into the history. Now, so that's really, really good and really interesting. That's why we love it. We don't want someone to come up and just give a canned speech that this happened here, that happened there. No, tell us what they were like. Tell us who they were doing. Tell them where they were thinking, what was going on around them as we ride. Because you're on the exact ground. You can see what they could see. We ride on the military crest, and you have to explain to people what that is, and how you can ride and be close to the action but not be seen, because there's only line of sight at that time. Most cannons were about 2 to 3 mile range, so you need to be away from that kind of stuff. But getting back to the horses that we use, we want the horses to be fit. They're like athletes, because we do 6 hours a day. You can't just take any horse and put them out there and do 6 hours. When we first started, the gravel they use is called Antietam base. We would literally wear our horseshoes that there was nothing in the front. The steel just gone. But we also prepare the horses and what we feed them. We give them high fat so they can have the energy to be out there, but not hot food to make them hot, and excitable. We want them to be nice and calm, so that way people aren't afraid to be out there and riding. That's a huge thing. You build it for the person that's not experienced, so they can be out there and be very comfortable. When we first started, we didn't know what was going to happen with the business, but the story that my wife and I learned was a woman came out. I forget exact details. It was 3 or 4 children. She had a cane with her. It says, to be blunt, cancer sucks. She was dying from cancer, and she was doing her bucket list with her kids. Her kids were like between 12 and 15 probably. A couple girls, a couple boys. They hated the world. They hated the world because their mom's dying. They knew their mother was dying. They just hated the world. We tried to get them into going into riding. Hey, you excited? Like, they're non-affect. They just didn't care. By the time we got back, they were singing on top of spaghetti, and they were showing us their karate moves. They were having such a good time. We knew for a fact that they were going to remember this for the rest of their lives, no matter how long their mom lived. And we knew it didn't matter whatever happened from that point forward with their business. We felt successful because we're able to make a difference in people's lives. We're living outside. So many people are used to just now playing video games. People don't talk to each other anymore. They text. So getting out there and talking to people face to face and asking them about themselves, and a lot of people have connections. Quite often, we have people that great grandfather fought here or something like that. It's really, really interesting to hear their stories. So that makes it interesting for me too.
Yeah, you brought up a good point there. People don't talk anymore; they text. I text a lot of people. I do. I have to with this business. But I've got on our website, call me. I would rather somebody pick up that phone and call me. And around here, we don't see that. I'm not Mennonite or Amish. I'm with them every day. My wife's not Mennonite or Amish. Me and her text throughout the day. But all of my contacts in this community that I'm with are Mennonite and Amish. And me and Henry can't text each other. We never have. We don't. He's Mennonite. He don't have a cell phone. We call. The other night we did a conference for our horse sale we're having. And there's 5 board members. I called them all into the phone on a 6-way call, added everybody, and we had a 2-hour conversation. When the youth gets together here in this community, the Mennonites and stuff, they meet all together. There's a lot of face-to-face interaction. Did you know that is the reason behind a lot of the Mennonites and Amish not owning a phone, because it takes away face-to-face communication with people. That's the reason. And when you want to see somebody and have a meeting with them, you want the Mennonites and Amish. They want you to have to go to them, because that's the true way to meet somebody, talk to them, and get the point across. And that's a good point. I like that. It's the world's went to texting like crazy.
And they don't have the personality. They really don't have the skills. They don't know how to read somebody when you're talking to them. Are they receiving what you're trying to say, or are you using the words that they understand the point that you're trying to get across? It's very difficult, but that's what's good about getting outside. It can be a family activity, and in our carriages, it's like they're bench seats that face each other. It's a group talk. The guides there talking about stuff, but you can communicate right across the room like you and I are right now, and talk about what's interesting to you and what you're learning about. It's just personal stories, personal connections. That's what makes it so interesting, not just repeating words or stories you read in a book. It's the personal individual that makes it very interesting.
Yeah.
And that's a skill that I learned. I didn't realize I needed to learn comparatively to my group of kids in high school, especially talking to all these people doing these tours and stuff since I was 8 years old. And, you don't realize how many people you talk to, but it's well into the thousands of tens of thousands of people I've met and talked to. And it's funny because the first few years and stuff we're doing, it was more of just a weekend type company type stuff like that. And I go back to high school and look, and like we were just talking about, all these kids are only texting all the time, and you go to have a conversation with them, they can talk to you for like a minute or two, and then they're back on the phone. So it's one of the skills that you're like, wow, you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know public speaking and stuff, and not that stuff isn't nerve-wracking. Like, it can be for anyone, but there's a point that you understand that it's okay. You can talk. It's not everyone's going to be mean to you. Not everyone's going to be judging. You can have a normal conversation and have a great conversation with someone you've met maybe a minute ago. Kind of just like how it was when we got here with you, Stephen.
Oh, yeah. I feel I talk to people every day. So meeting people and meeting customers is nothing new to me. I'm used to it. But there are some customers you feel like the vibe. There's a vibe. You got common interest. Some people's just cool.
We're vibing.
Yeah. And y'all, since you walked in here, since you pulled in your truck, I felt a vibe. It's cool. We're on the same page. It's fun. We've had a great time. We had a good meal Thursday.
We did.
That's being Dutch meal.
Yeah.
Felt like home.
What Steven's not telling y'all is that we're all wearing matching friendship bracelets right now, and they're gorgeous. Yeah.
Shout out to Bread of Life in Liberty, Kentucky, and we
Bread of
enjoyed
Life.
our meal.
That catfish, I'll be dreaming about it.
That's right. Some people may not realize, guys, we're talking to Spencer and Jamie here, and how old are you, Spencer?
I'm 23.
And Jamie?
I'm a cougar. I'm 32. Proud of it. I'll own it before people make their own assumptions.
It makes it better. At heart, I'm like 48. So
True, yeah.
They're a young couple, and you're turning it over to them.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
That's what we want to
And they're going to run this business. Do you have anything you want to mention before we go off this? And anything you got that you want to tell the folks, or anything? Anybody?
feel free to go ahead and follow us on Facebook and stuff at Victorian Carriage Company, Horse Tours of Gettysburg. We're looking to really expand our operations, do a lot of town rides and stuff like that, and have a brick and mortar building eventually in town. So we're looking for it to expand. We're looking to post a lot more videos and stuff like how Hayes does here. If you're looking to see the team that we bought for them, we'll be doing plenty of videos and all that to show off them. And if you guys are in Gettysburg looking to come out, please feel free to come and enjoy the tour. Or if you're looking to drive carriages for us or ride horseback, we always have open employment. Like, so if you, so if you go on our website and you're interested in that, we have an application on there. Feel free to fill that out.
Folks, You're hearing this. They just offered to open hiring. You know how many people text me daily? Are you hiring? I want to be your apprentice.
Wow.
Hire me, hire me, hire me. Folks, call Spencer. Gettysburg Horse Tours. You need drivers, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. The more drivers we get, the more stuff we can do. So,
but there's a lot of cool people out there. older gentlemen and older ladies. Mm-hmm. Some of the ladies drive better than the men.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there was a lady here from Alberta, Canada over last weekend. Miss Anna up in, oh Lord, I can't remember the town. Forgive me, Anna, if you listen to this. But she's like, I don't know how old she was. She's a retired police officer. One of the coolest ladies I ever met. She still does all her own hay. Like, she's home right now cutting and baling hay. And she's like, I got to get my hay put up before I can meet the driver at the border with the horses. Uh-huh. This lady is a go-getter. And last Sunday morning, of course, we went to church. She wanted to come here. She was here over Sunday. Didn't have nothing to do. She's in a cabin. Yeah, I want to drive my horses I bought. Yeah. So I told her, I said, well, we're going to church. I'll meet you at the barn, show you what to do, show you where the horses are, and you drive them while we're at church. Well, I didn't have to show her nothing. I showed her where her horses was. She grabbed her new horses out, threw the harness on them, walked them over the tongue out here, and hooked them to her wagon, and off she went. Mm-hmm. And it's the ladies like that they're tough. Mm-hmm. And, if you could get some ladies like that driving for you, you'd probably be doing pretty good.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Yeah.
They're more than welcome. Send them our way.
And there's a company I know down in, shout out to Dream Carriage in Chester, South Carolina. Gail and her husband, Mike, down there, super good people. They've got a wonderful business they're doing. And they're actually starting in Chester. They just rented a brick and mortar building. They've redone it all. And they're going to start a horse tour of Chester, South Carolina. Taking people around the city and talking about the history. Kind of like what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, there's so many good carriage companies out there. And we sell them all the time. Mm-hmm. And you all are just a mix in with them. So welcome to the community. Welcome to our family. And we hope you come to our barbecue in October. If you can get away, you got to come.
We're going to try.
Yeah, we're definitely going to try.
So bring as many people as you want with you, and everybody's invited. All y'all out there listening, we're having a customer appreciation barbecue get-together October, oh, Lord.
23rd.
23rd, 24th, 25th. Thank you, Jamie.
You're welcome.
But, guys, if you're in Gettysburg, if you're going to Pennsylvania, go visit these people. They're super good people, and they deserve your business. Go help them out. Go take a ride with them. They won't let you down. And they've just bought a new team from us. I don't know if they're renaming them or not. We had some talks about it. I don't know if they decided or not. Did you decide?
They'll have to watch a video and find out. Stay tuned.
No, we have not decided.
Shush.
Jamie, that was good. That was good. That was, that's some very good advertising there. Guys, encourage Spencer and Jamie to start this YouTube channel.
We got a channel. We have like 2 videos of our training videos on there.
Okay, we'll tell them the channel.
Yeah, it's Horse Tours of Gettysburg.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a video of Spencer harnessing up a horse. You can see just how tall he is. He makes that percher on look like a pony. So go give that a watch, and there'll be more videos posted.
We want to get Spencer and Jamie doing videos every week and get a channel going. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
That's a goal and hopes when you got time.
Yeah. If these horses would stop needing fed every day, well, we'd have the time.
I'm calling it now on this podcast. You do it, Spencer. A channel. Hey, you get going. I'm calling it now. It's going to be awesome, and it's going to get a lot of views and a lot of subscribers.
That'll be awesome.
So
I definitely want to try that, and that's and as you know, doing all the marketing here for Haste, that the more and more you can do, it just brings more and more attention to you. And like what we kind of hinted at before, not having people in the world driving carriages and stuff like this, the more and more we can get it out there, like the company South Carolina stuff. Mm-hmm. The better it is. The more it's around, the more the people see it, the more we're kind of bringing that back into the modern day world that people just are on the phone all the time. They don't see the beauty of all these big, beautiful draft horses and or riding horses, anything like that. But
also, not many people see a big giant like Spencer throwing this harness and driving these horses. You'll be a hit, Spencer. You'll be a hit.
Hey, I'm telling you, we got to post that video of you and I walking down the hallway.
Yeah. I'm going to put it on. We'll do it. We will put that. Yeah. We're going to put it on there.
Yeah, we're
going to save it.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to come to Gettysburg and do a video with y'all,
Okay, there you go.
and we'll put it on that one.
That makes sense.
So I'm going to give you a few months to get your horses going, and
It
that you
shouldn't
bought.
take that long.
After quarantine, it won't be anything at all.
Those are good
They
horses.
got a shift to work next month, so they better hurry up.
I
You
just
bought a pair of 3-year-olds though,
Oh yeah, that's what we wanted.
but a lot of people don't realize most of these carriage companies in the world are using 20 plus.
Yeah, that's right when we try to retire. About 20 years old is when our horses go to relax. And I mean, obviously, it depends on each horse, but if they're doing healthy and all that, they get to retire and go home by then.
Most of these carriage companies want a retired deadhead to drive on carriage though, because they're so laid back, you know.
Yeah.
We want something with some spirit. We would like animals with some spirit, just because it just feels confident to have animals that are confident with every step they take. There are some hills in Gettysburg. You've heard of Little Round Top, maybe. That was kind of famous from the movie with the 20th Maine. But we do the Irish Brigade, the Irish Hill, things like that, where you need a little bit of oomph behind them. And even in the town,
It's hot, too.
yeah, in the town of Gettysburg, there's some hills there too.
Who's running this while you're gone? Is anything going on, or you just took a vacation?
It's bike week. Motorcycle bike week, and there's thousands of motorcycles, and not the horses aren't afraid of the motorcycles, it's just the drone of the sound. You can't communicate and talk with each other, so we realize it's not a good product for the tour, for the guide to be able to talk and communicate, and it's a good break right in the middle of our prime season to go ahead and let the horses have a break. We have a break to go get some other stuff done, and then we come back fresh on Monday morning.
So it really worked out good.
Yeah. That's why when Jamie first got in contact with you, it's like, hey, this is when we're going to be there, and this is when we're leaving. There's no window for us to be elsewhere. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, I wondered about that.
Yeah, no, it worked out great, and that's another thing we just really appreciate of you and Henry letting us come down here. And as you know, buying horses yourself, being able to see them and drive them, or be in person with them, you really get to be understanding of what you're getting, and it made it nice. And well,
You feel good about your purchase.
Yeah, and I don't know if Stephen has mentioned this, but we actually put a deposit down on a different team. We were excited to come down and meet them, and as soon as we held the lines on the team that we bought, we knew. I mean, that was the team we were going home with. So there's so many good animals here and so many good teams, but the best way to do it is to come here, drive them, take your time, and these guys will answer all your questions. We had a wonderful experience with y'all. So
we drove 3 teams ourselves, and I think the group of people that were here from San Diego, they drove 8, 10 teams.
A lot of teams.
Yeah, because they drove the halflingers too. I think that one was just for fun. They drove the halflingers around.
I think they're still going to buy them.
Oh, hey, good for you.
He's coming. Those people are cool people too. Shout out to Happy Trails, Ponyland, San Diego, California. We got along super good with them. We was going to ship the horses to them, you know. Mm-hmm. Well, he flew home. He called me last night. He's driving here to get them. He's coming back, bringing his Freightliner and his trailer, and we're going to load him up. I'm going to try to sell him a whole load when he gets back.
There you go. Hey,
if you got empty space, you might as well fill it up.
I'm actually going to make him do a podcast. He don't know it yet. But if you're listening to this, you're going to do a podcast with me when you get here. So shout out to you, and thank you all so much. We appreciate all of our customers, all of them.
One thing Steven didn't tell us before we came down is that they have Airbnbs available right here in Casey County, Kentucky. That makes it so much easier than having to drive from Danville down or some other town that's all crowded with all kinds of events. It would have been nice to be out here in the country and be able to relax and enjoy the beautiful knobs of Kentucky.
you can get more time to spend with your horses that you buy.
You all, if you're coming in October, you need to reserve our new Airbnb right across the road here.
Okay.
Get it booked up, unless you want to stay in your trailer and bring a team or something.
Oh, there you go.
No. I already don't fit in the trailer as it is.
But, yeah, you need, well, we got a bed that'll fit you.
Yeah, okay, good.
You just have to turn sideways.
Yeah, diagonal.
Or
Yeah.
hang your feet off the end.
Yeah.
You know, I sleep with my feet off the end of the bed, and I'm not even that tall.
What, do you have 2 feet in front of you on the top of the bed?
I don't know why. Ever since I've been little, I always scoot down in the bed and hang my feet off and my legs from about right below my knee down. I love my feet and legs hanging off the bed. I always slept that way.
Hey, you know what works.
So you're probably pretty used to it.
Yeah, like diagonal or something like that.
Y'all have that in common.
Yeah, for different reasons, but it's in common. Yeah.
Guys, we're going to wrap this thing up. It's been a good Sunday morning. And we appreciate y'all.
We appreciate
And
you.
This has been fun. And if you're in Gettysburg, go see these folks. Also, like their Facebook, Horse Tours of Gettysburg, Victorian Carriage.
Yes, sir.
Is that 2 different Facebooks?
Yeah, we actually have 3 different Facebooks because we have the trail company as Confederate Trails of Gettysburg, and then the carriage company as Victorian Carriage Company, and then Horse Tours of Gettysburg is our main one that highlights all the stuff we do with like car tours, walking tours, and stuff like that. Because the Horse Tours is our big company.
You have 3 different avenues here.
Yes, sir.
So if you want to go like all 3, you can. I'm going to put all 3 in the description on this podcast. Also, I'm going to put a contact number, phone number. Call these guys. They call to book a tour. Is that how that works?
They can call it a book if they would like, but their online or website can walk them through the whole process as well.
Perfect.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
We're going to put the website on. We're also going to tag that YouTube channel, and I'm going to issue a challenge to Spencer and Jamie. Your challenge is issued.
What's the challenge? What's our goal?
1,000 subscribers by October 1st.
Whoa. Okay.
You can do it. You can do it.
We'll try.
I know you can.
Yeah. Okay.
I know you can. And if you need somebody to make you a thumbnail or, help you do something, I know somebody that might be able to do that.
That'd be awesome. And question: if we reach that goal, do we get a free team?
There we go. Uh-oh.
Or get a coupon discount? Or you got
Not
Groupon
a free
here?
team.
Okay.
Red Lake Restaurant, is that correct?
Yeah, we'll get a free lunch at Bread.
Free set of harness.
Oh, free set of harness. That works too.
You make a YouTube. You get your YouTube going. You get 1,000 subscribers by October. I'm gonna give you all Haste jackets.
Oh, okay. You sure you can make one big enough for me?
Oh yeah,
I'm 5XLT.
some company makes them.
Okay.
Start sourcing them now.
Yeah, there you go.
You're a 5X.
5XLT. Yeah, it's just shoulders, and the LT that
Tall.
is I can fit into like a 3X, but then it's all a crop top, and that no one wants to see that. So.
Where do you buy your clothes?
DXL. It's expensive.
Tent maker.
Yeah. the Amish have a harness shop just for me, actually.
A
But
big and tall store.
yeah, yes, sir. Same thing with my boots. It takes like
What size are those?
there's 18.3 wide, so yeah, they take a while and they're expensive. That's why it's like.
Are y'all hearing this? We got a guy in front of us with an 18 shoe.
Yeah. When I order them, I'll run them until they're done because they're too expensive not to. You know.
Oh, they probably are.
Yeah, they're Carolinas. They're the only boot that like I don't wear cowboy boots at all or anything like that because they're too narrow. They don't fit. Same thing with cowboy hats. I would love a cowboy hat. They don't make them big enough for my head.
Oh yeah.
Either they don't fit or they're like it's all over my face and drowning me. So
American Hat Company in Bowie, Texas. Shout out to y'all. I would love a podcast sponsorship, maybe.
I would love a hat.
I wear American hats every day. I'm holding one now in my hand. I have them hanging all around this room. We need a sponsorship. No, I'm joking. I don't want no sponsorship. But American Hat Company, if you call them, they'll make you one.
Oh, okay.
If you've got the size.
Wow.
Big.
Big.
Real big.
Too big.
That's the official size.
Official size, too big squared.
Guys, thank you for doing this, taking the time this morning. I know you got a long drive ahead of you.
Yep, thanks.
With your new team heading out of here.
Before
But
it gets too hot.
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to have a rainy, cool day.
That'll be nice.
So it's going to be a good day to do it.
We're going to
But,
stop at Buc-ee's on the way in, take the horses out, get a picture. It'll be funny. Buc-ee's.
Do you know
We don't have Buc-ee's around here.
It's so good.
Yeah, I know.
We're looking forward to it. One thing about us, if you didn't learn anything from this podcast, is that we love Buc-ee's. Okay, you can take that to the bank.
What about the brisket sandwich at Buc-ee's?
Yeah,
I've never been.
they're pretty good.
You've never been?
No, we've only been. Jamie and I went down to visit her mom last winter in Georgia, and that was the only time. There's not one close to Pennsylvania at all. The closest one they just built.
3 to 4 hours.
Yeah, 3 or 4 hours away. So we stopped at one time when we went down to visit her mom in Georgia, and then after that first stop, we were there 4 more times before we left. So Dad's never been there, so we're gonna stop there and make sure. And like I said, it's funny. Up where we are, everyone wants a Buc-ee's, but so if you get to go, it's like a celebrity. You know, you get to be like, oh look, there's the beaver. You know, so.
Are you going to get your picture made by the beaver?
Yo, yeah, I already have. You gotta show them the one picture when we get done.
You're
Yeah.
taller than the beaver, way taller.
Oh yeah. I don't know if they'll let us get that close, but it'd be really cool if we can get the horses next to the little statue of the beaver real quick. Just take them off the trailer, get a picture of them, throw them back in, then go home.
It would be some good advertisement.
It would.
The Haste hats. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Thank you for having us. We
You're
had
welcome.
a great time, and we're already looking forward to buying another team.
Yeah.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
And if we can help anybody out there else too, you know, we sell horses every day. So you can check out our website at www.drafthorsesandsmulesforsale.com. Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, the whole 9 yards. And my wife does a stellar job running all that social media. Shout out to you, Elizabeth. Thank you. I appreciate it. And shout out to Henry and his family for helping make all this possible too. And thank you.
Thank you,
Horse
Steve.
Tours of Gettysburg.
Yeah.
And be sure to follow their social media. And everybody stay tuned for Spencer and his big YouTube channel that's going to happen. And we're going to support him. Go ahead and go to Horse Tours of Gettysburg on YouTube now. Click that subscribe and comment on one of his older videos that you've seen him or heard of him on Harness Up Podcast. Thank y'all. God bless you. Have a wonderful Sunday. Go to your church. We're going to go to ours, and we'll see you soon.
As another captivating episode of Harness Up with Haste Draft Horses and Mules draws to a close, we extend our sincere gratitude to our listeners for joining us on this enlightening journey. We hope today's discussions have deepened your appreciation and understanding of these magnificent creatures. Remember, the adventure continues beyond this podcast. Stay connected with us on social media and share your stories. For more information and to explore further, visit drafthorsesandsmulesforsale.com. Thank you for being part of our community. Until next time, keep harnessing your curiosity and passion for these God-given creatures. Farewell for now.